Electrocardiogram. Electrical activation of heart and tachy. The initiation of cardiac contraction by electrical stimulation is known as electromechanical coupling. A key part of this mechanism is the release of the calcium ions inside the atrial and ventricular heart muscle cells. The electrocardiogram is capable of recording only relatively large current produced by the massive working heart muscle. The much smaller amplitude signals generated by the sinus node and AV node are invisible with clinical recordings. Depolarization of the His bundle area can only be recorded from inside the heart during specialized cardiac EP procedures. The technical term for the cardiac activation process is depolarization. The return into resting state is called repolarization. These terms are derived from the fact that normal resting cardiac cells are polarized, that is, they carry electrical charges on their surface. The figure shows that the resting heart muscle cell is polarized, that is, it carries an electrical charge. Outside of the cell is positively charged and inside of the cell is negatively charged. When the cell is stimulated, it begins to depolarize. Notice the stippled area. Inside of the cell becomes positive and outside becomes negative. The path of depolarization is represented with an arrow. Consequently, a small electrical current is formed that spreads along the length of the cell as stimulation and depolarization occur until the entire cell is depolarized. Repolarization occurs when stimulated cell returns to the resting state. The direction of depolarization and repolarization are represented by arrows. Depolarization of the atria produces the P wave on the ECG. Depolarization of the ventricles produces the QRS complex. Repolarization of the ventricles produces the ST complex, U wave. Atrial ST segment and atrial T wave are generally not observed on the routine ECG because of their low amplitudes. For individual myocardial fibers, depolarization and repolarization proceed in the same direction. However, for entire myocardium, depolarization proceeds in the opposite direction from endocardium to epicardium. The ECG records the electrical activity of a large mass, not of just a single cell. Depolarization and repolarization occur in synchronized fashion. The ECG can record these electrical currents as specific waveforms.